What's going on, everyone, and welcome into Expected Bets, for your go-to podcast for all things hockey betting. I am Gator Betting, joined by my two co-hosts today. We got Gretzky Betskis and Franco the Banker. Guys, the Atlantic Division, we hadn't recorded a bit, got caught up there. Yep. The Atlantic Division continues to roll today. We are on to the Montreal Canadiens, a very contentious team when looking at the fan base who thinks they're going to win the Stanley Cup every season. Statistical nerds who believe they overperformed last season, and then just average hockey fans who are kind of high on this team, excited for them to kind of keep growing and make the next step. Betsky, last season they were 91 points. Their record was 40-31-11, finishing fifth in the Atlantic, lost in the first round, 4-1 to Washington. Looking at their stats, 22nd in goals against, 21st on the power play, 30th in shots for, 23rd in shots against, and 17th in goals for per game. On paper, that doesn't seem like a playoff team.
No, I didn't realize they were so mid in all these kind of
mid to bad
goals against categories. Yeah, I was actually expecting to come recording here and having goals for be at least top 12, goals against be a little bit better. I definitely thought the power play was better than 21st.
There was a run where Montebo was really good, but I feel like that was short-lived. It wasn't like long enough. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they do make a big offseason addition in Noah Dobson to kind of strengthen that back end, which is huge. That's huge. So I do like that. They bring in Bolduc, Veleno.
I really like that Bolduc move too, and I just cannot figure out why the Blues let him go. But
why?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, none whatsoever.
It feels like the Holloway law, like the Blues like got Holloway, and now they lost him. It's like it doesn't make sense. You guys went out and pursued a guy just like this and lost one. I don't get it.
And it's not like it was for like. I know I'm going to get flamed for saying this, but like it wasn't like it was Caden Gooley going the other way, where they're getting a young defenseman that's established in the league. They're getting a defenseman that hasn't done anything yet. So yeah, that's the head scratcher. So I mean, I think you could make the argument that Montreal had the best offseason.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
or Vegas getting Marner.
Yeah, I was going to say Marner, but like, I mean, all this hype build around the offseason, there really wasn't a ton of moves.
No.
I think next year is where we're going to see
This was an addition they need. Like in Dobson, like that's a massive add to a blue line that kind of like really needed an anchor to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. You look at those defensive pairings in Gooley, Dobson, Matheson, Hudson, that feels like a very good mix of skill sets.
Yeah, you lost a guy like Savard, who was always a very good defensive defenseman, but he was getting up there, so it's kind of a nice trade-off. I know he's not like that type of defenseman; he's more offensive upside, but still, he's not terrible in his own end.
Yeah.
How old is Gallagher?
He's younger than me, but probably not by much.
Like 34.
Oh, all right. It feels like he's been around the league for like ages at this point. I was just going through the lineup and I was like, he's still there.
I could be wrong. Yeah. He's probably like 29 for no reason.
Yeah. They do lose Dvorak, Armia, as we said before, and a few others. But in terms of this roster, I mean, they make some nice additions. On paper, they don't look pretty bad. The goaltending, Montembeault, like you said, Franco, was solid at certain points. Everything's lining up for them to take a step forward. But like we said, the statistical anomaly of this team of somehow finding a way to make the playoffs despite having those stats. And then when you look at the underlying analytics too of like overperforming in shooting percentage and just all these other stats too, where you look at historical trends in the NHL and they're just bound to regress. But it feels like they should be contending, especially with the Barkov news. This team should be, I think they're still going to be in contention for the wild card. I'm not going to say they're going to completely like drop off a cliff here.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be contending for a wild card, but there's 15 different angles you can take with this team.
If the playoff format was different, it's kind of like talking about the Pacific. I think if the playoff format was different, Montreal is a lock. I think they are a top 8 team in the East. But there's 3 teams in the Atlantic that could beat them out. And I think they will be fighting, like you said, for a wild card spot here, probably down to the last game of the season, just like last year. I think the improvements this team has made should help make up for the statistical anomalies from last year. I'm not convinced it's enough, though.
The Barkov news kind of hurts all of these wild card teams because you looked at Florida of their domination while we kind of had thought, and as seen by their last few seasons, they weren't necessarily completely focused on the regular season, right? And now Florida takes a step back. Tampa Bay is still they're the odds-on favorite. We're going to get to them in a bit. Toronto's there, Florida's there. You have Montreal, Buffalo's improved, Ottawa. This division
that's
is going to be an absolute
where it gets
grind.
questionable, right? Like where do you rank the Sabres, Senators, and Canadians? Really, like that's
in the Red Wings too.
In the Red Wings, all
like,
4 of those teams.
This is going.
I guess we can include the Red Wings in there,
but they're going to steal some points.
Yeah.
Like this is going to be an absolute gauntlet of a division this season, and for that reason, it's really, really tough to guarantee or go into this season and say, "Yep, the Canadiens are making the playoffs again."
Well, I guess you gotta say, like, what goalie do you trust the most of those 4 teams?
I don't know.
Ullmark?
Oh yeah, actually no, that's a fairly easy answer.
Right, and then it's like the Red Wings is what, Gibson. I don't know how I feel about Like, are we ready to believe that Montembeault is a good goalie?
No,
I don't know that I'm there yet. Like, he might be, but
we've been doing this show for how many years?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he could just as easily be the guy that everybody's saying is terrible this year, and Jakub Dobeš is getting starts late in the season because Montembeault's not good enough.
Dobie.
So the interesting thing here, though, is that Dobeš is got some room to be a true starter for this team.
He looked good at times last year too.
Mm-hmm. Where like Detroit's like Talbot or Gibson. There's nobody behind Ullmark that has kind of that potential. I guess Buffalo kind of has Levi, but I don't know where they sit with him.
I mean,
I think this is the best tandem for upside. That both could be starters.
The ghost of Aaron Dell, yeah.
If they could just bring back Aaron Dell,
Toronto,
I think that would really solidify the room.
Toronto, Stolart.
I don't know if I trust them either.
Oh no, I'm saying between these 4. I meant just between those 4, like in the middle of the shmoo.
I don't know how you don't say. Yeah, I mean,
it's got to be Ullmark.
It has to be
but
Ullmark,
if you're looking at tandems, I would agree with you, Betsky, in terms of it's Montreal.
Yeah. I think if you lose a starter, I think Dobeš is the guy I'd want to potentially have
over Talbot. Like, I feel like Talbot's been an okay goalie over the years. Like, I don't think he's great, but like, you kind of know what you're going to get.
Yeah, sure. But
he's like that guy that can play like 20 games in a row and be like okay for you.
Well, he's 38 now, liability.
Man. Jesus.
Jonathan Quick, had that revival in New York a few years ago.
I know, but how many of these guys are going to do that?
That's very true. Cam Talbot and Jonathan Quick were not on the same level in their prime either.
Is Gibson older than Talbot?
Who would have ever thought that Cam Talbot would be playing this long in the league?
No,
the guy's bounced around so much, and like he's still getting jobs. Like
look at the status of the goaltenders in the NHL right now. How many are elite?
Georgiev got signed again. I don't even know how it's possible.
I mean, there's fewer goaltenders that are elite than I feel like we've had in a long time.
Yeah. It's
and the NHL wants to keep expanding.
I know. It's going to get ugly. Like the bottom pair defense groups, the fourth lines, and the goalies are going to get like really bad if we add 2 or 3 or 4 more teams.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
Yep, and there's going to be some very good teams who can't ever make the next step because of it, like Edmonton.
Shot at the Oilers and the Detroit Red Wings or the Montreal Canadiens preview.
We're not even in the conference and they're catching strays. Poor Edmonton. We're gonna have all the Canadian fans hating us, guys. Like if we don't stop.
Well, the Flames fans now will probably like us for that comment.
Oh yeah, Flames fans, give us some love. All right, there you go.
This is like the balance.
Yeah, we're tipping the scales back. All right.
Yeah.
Please stop leaving hate comments, Flames fans. Thank you. Yeah.
Stop flaming us, please.
Yeah. Getting into, I guess we can just get into their team futures as we continue this conversation there. So they had 91 points last year. DK, they're at 90.5 right now. FanDuel at 89.5. To make the playoffs, plus 105. No is at minus 135. That almost goes back to our point earlier of this. It's going to be a knockdown, drag-out fight for the Atlantic this year.
I think I like that 89.5. To be honest with you, when you compare that to the price of the yes and no, like
I
think
you
90.
Easily get that and not make it.
Yeah, you don't have to make the playoffs. I really think it's going to be muddy, like because of the Panthers situation.
Yep.
These teams are going to steal wins that they have no business. That if the Panthers were 100% healthy, they would have no business winning.
I'm so glad we waited to do the Atlantic till now. Imagine if that was like the first division we did.
Yeah, we did the Bruins before, so that doesn't really affect.
Oh, we'd have to re-record everything, or just all the takes would come out, and they're just like, "What are you guys talking about?" I'm trying to. Team points.
But, I don't love any of it, to be honest. The over on the points is the best option here.
Yeah, I mean you can't go division, you can't go conference.
No.
And I think it's just you're flipping a coin for to make the playoffs.
You know what? Wait, no. Now I am gonna swing for the fences here a little bit. Do you hate
just about
them to win the division at plus 1,400?
Yes, I do.
I was just about to ask, what is their ceiling?
I would rather do Ottawa.
Goes right.
Again, like
that's a good point. That's a good point.
I want the team with the better goals. Yeah. Like I'm not putting my money on Sam Montembeault to carry this team to 108 points.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I would swing for Ottawa if I'm going to do that of these teams.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Scratch that then.
It's fair.
We'll do the same exercise.
We'll be back.
Just enrage Ottawa fans by saying Sam Montembeault is better when we do their preview too, and just
like, never mind, scratch that.
yeah. I had a change of heart. Continue the hate comments. In terms of awards for this team, I've seen a bunch of people on Mark St. Louis for Jack Adams. He was third last year. Nick Suzuki for Lady Byng. He finished fifth last season. Nick Suzuki for Selke, but that market has just gone to
he was 60. He was 60 right before.
He was 40-1 before.
What is he now?
I haven't updated that. Let me see if I can find his current odds.
Well, while you do that,
I like Suzuki for the Selke, and I like him for the Lady Byng. I think
he's still 40-1.
Okay, yeah.
Wow,
at that price,
jeez.
Yeah. He's still 40-1 to win the Selke and 7-1 to win the Lady Byng. So,
all right, I'm gonna shop it just in case there's a better line. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think he has the play style that matches what they want for Selke, and it's a lot more open. I kind of think honestly, like with this news and stuff, and I have a feeling like Kopitar might get it just because of him retiring this year. Unfortunately, that might be like the factor that kind of like kills anybody else's chances. But one thing I want to bring up though is Demidov, right? So I feel like I've seen a lot of people locking in him for Calder, And like, I get it. He looked pretty good at the end of the season. There's a lot of hype, obviously, surrounding him, and this team looks like they're going to be at least pretty decent offensively. But, like, plus 200, man, like, I just can't do that. I just can't.
On a rookie?
Like, on a rookie, like, there's just too much. If anything goes wrong, if he gets injured, if he gets bumped down the lineup, like, you never know what's going to happen with these types of situations. Or this team just doesn't do what they did last year, like we said. I mean, at that price, I can't do it. I think that he probably is probably one of the favorites, honestly, at this point. But I just don't agree with that type of bet for just the amount of stuff that can go wrong with it is what I want to bring up, just based on the price.
Yeah, I agree completely. In terms of shopping around, so for the Lady Bing, Nick Suzuki is plus 750 compared to 700 on FanDuel. So place that bet there. And then on FanDuel, he's also 60-1 for the Selkie compared to 40-1 at DraftKings.
I thought I saw 61. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Easy bet.
So,
I would much rather burn my money that way than
yeah,
a lot of other ways. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I would agree. Any chance Lane Hudson captures the Norris 25-1? He was 7th for points by a defenseman last season. I don't think so.
Crazy.
Yep.
I can't believe he was 7th.
not this year.
I think the addition of Dobson hurts him when you're talking about his Norris odds.
I would agree.
Yeah.
It's a 2-horse race. It's just a 2-horse race, man. We're playing in an era with Quinn Hughes and McCarr and everybody else.
Yep.
William N. Jennings. Montebeau's 110-1. Josh Doby is 150-1. 5th in goals saved above expected last year, 24th in goals saved above expected. We talked about their ceiling. If they hit it, I think they're a part of it, but it still seems pretty egregious when Hellebuck's won that award by himself the past 2 seasons.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Right.
I think this is the biggest question mark for this team, so I'm not touching that.
In terms of points, bunch of props here. Hudson at 66.5. He had 66 last year. Suzuki at 80.5. He had 89 last year, which was his career high. Demidov at 58.5. He had 2 last year. And Montembeau at 28.5 wins. He had 31 last year. Anyone interested in any of those props, Betsky?
Yeah, so I this will kind of go into the Calder because I didn't chime in there, but I like Demidov's points more than taking him for the Calder. I think that's a really easy way to hedge that. And I do like your options to go big on the Calder this year. We've had certain seasons where, a Bedard season and whatnot, where it's just unbettable. And if Demidov starts off slow, that's when I want to jump in on him for the Calder.
Absolutely. If I can get better odds live in season, I will add.
Yep. That being said, I do have a ticket on him that I put in really early. Because I think he opened closer to plus 300, like maybe plus 280 or so. So I do have one around there, but my entire intention was to hedge against it too. And just try to get one of the better prices I can. But with the points, I think that's your safest Demidov bet here. Because if he's not getting those points, he ain't getting the Calder. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Let's play a game with those four props, Betsky. So Hudson 66.5, over under.
Under because of Dobson.
I agree. What about you, Gator?
I still think over. I think Dobson. I don't like his odds for Norris because I think, but him and Dobson, if they are on that top power play, I think that almost generates more offense for this team.
Do we think they'll go 2 defensemen though?
There's no way.
They can't. No team does that.
Koski, Suzuki, Caulfield, Demidov, Hudson, or Dobson overtakes it.
Hudson was on that first pairing too for defenseman last year as well towards the end of the season, correct?
Well, yeah, but they didn't have Dobson.
I'm saying he now gets bumped down to the second pairing. So I just talked myself to the under.
Yes, there you go. Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go Suzuki. Suzuki 80.5 over under.
I love that over. I mean, 89 points. That even if that's his career high and he flats a little bit, like
I
82
agree.
seems easy. I think your only concern with Suzuki is if like Demidov is stapled to him because they're trying to give the more responsible center the rookie, and it drags him down for some reason. But I don't know. This power play looks like it's going to be better than it was last year. This offense looks better than it was last year. Slavkovsky is a big power forward who's still getting
I'm
better
kind of
and better.
expecting more from Slavkovsky, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like I think he could take another step.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm over there too, by the way.
Yeah.
I like the over on him.
And the beautiful thing here, unlike other seasons, is if Caulfield gets hurt and Demidov isn't on that line with Suzuki, now you got like the highly skilled winger who can put up points. Where before it always, Caulfield being a little bit more injury prone, it always felt like if Caulfield goes down, then my Suzuki.
Yeah, it's like Josh Anderson is going to be up there or something.
Yeah.
The Caulfield Suzuki debate's always interesting. Has Caulfield like lived up to the hype? I feel like Nick Suzuki has he?
I would say he's been pretty.
He was like
good.
the 15th overall pick. He's had 30 goal seasons. What else do you want?
70 points last year,
mid-round?
65 before that, 36 before that, but those two weren't full seasons. But in the last two full seasons, 70 and 65.
Yeah, but I don't care
but
about how many assists
he's a goal,
the guy
he's
gets.
a
How many
goal
goals
scorer.
does he get? Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of ignore the assists with that guy.
So then has Nick Suzuki exceeded his expectations? Because it
Yeah,
felt like this was
absolutely.
Caulfield's team for a while, and Nick
No.
Suzuki's become
No,
this.
Suzuki's
he's been the captain.
centerpiece.
Yeah, I know
of,
he's the captain, but I'm saying like in terms of Montreal fan hype, it felt like Caulfield was number one for a while, and Suzuki has just completely overtaken that.
it's
Because
just
Caulfield is more fun
because
to
it's the
watch than
flash.
Suzuki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the flash. It's
fair.
the goal scoring.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick right now, like you're starting a franchise fresh, and you're like, okay, you can pick one of these two players. I think you take Suzuki.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's an easy choice.
yeah. I just wanted to bring that up. I'm always curious too when you see those two, especially together, and you're like, Suzuki's really, really.
I mean, they complement
taken
each
off.
other. They
do.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Like you can't ask for more as a Canadiens fan to have those two as your centerpieces.
It's true. Speaking of Slavkovsky, he had 51 points last season. He's plus 550 to get 70 this season. I'm trying to find his 60-point total right now.
I'd be
on
down for
FanDuel.
60.
I'd be
I
down
feel
for
like-
60.
I feel like I'd be down
Plus
for 60.
120
Yeah,
For 60?
I like
for
that.
60.
That's okay.
I don't see them. So last year there was a stretch where he kind of got bumped down to like the third
Yeah.
and fourth lines because he was. I mean, I watched a few games where he's like taking just stupid, lazy penalties. Like if he can get that out of his game and just skate a little more, kind of, I feel like there's like moments of like just standing still. He could be a really good player in this league. Power forwards always
Yep.
take a little bit longer. We know this.
Yep.
Sure. Any other props you guys were looking at? I know we talked about Montembeault at 31.5 wins. That's a tricky one.
I don't want that.
No.
Anything
That's all-
else for
That's
you?
all she wrote.
Perfect. Anything else?
Get out of Quebec.
Perfect. All right. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode of Expected Bets 4. Be sure to like and subscribe to this video if you haven't done so already. You can also follow us on social media at Expected Bets 4 on Twitter and on Instagram. Once more, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later. See ya. What's going on, everyone? The NHL season is almost here, and we have something special for all the fans and bettors out there.
Yeah, right now, if you click the link in our description, you can get the full Tails package for $40 off. That is by using code SEASON25, and you can get our package that's normally $120 just for $80.
Yeah. In addition to that, you'll also get access to our one-stop shop betting guide loaded with team, player, individual team breakdowns, all the futures you could possibly want. So be sure to click that link in the description to sign up now.
Yeah, it's like ChatGTP put in an Excel sheet for you so you can rip through all of those future props. Again, make sure you're liking and subscribing all the Expected Bets for video content as well to help us grow. And we can't wait to be smacking in some parlays and straights with you all season long.